so Jamaican, 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 so Jamaican. What a bum 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 bum.
Top of the evening to you all. Listen, I'm in a damn good mood, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. Tell me if I'm wrong. Call me a liar. I have the best music in all of crypto YouTube. Sorry. It is what it is. You can't change the facts. You know what I mean? My dearest friends, happy Sunday evening to you all. It is 9:43 p.m. here. Asia has opened. We are long and we are strong. And we're going to talk about it. But before we talk about BTC Sizzler, I want to say I hope that we're all happy, healthy, wealthy. Primarily healthy. That's always the most important thing. And then happy and then wealthy. But I hope we are all of these things. I hope you are all doing well, my friends. Stick around, hang out, grab a beer, grab a tea. If you noticed, the name on the channel is now Nexus Geo. We're kind of switching it up. I want to see how that works out for us, if it does work out or not. Hopefully it works out well. All right, hopefully it works out well. Okay. And I want to start going live every single day. Enough is enough. The kid is back. So let's get it. Shouts out to the Nexus. Shouts out to our crypto queen. Okay. So we're long and strong, baby. We are long and strong. I'm up 2.5. I'm up 3.5 grand right now. Pretty good Sunday so far. Pretty good Sunday so far. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? I think so. Bitcoin has been very boring. By the way, can we get a quick sound check? If we sound okay, Can you please do me a solid and please do me a solid. Give me some Nexus, some tree emojis for our sound check. We're gonna start doing that every day. When I say sound check, I need to see those tree emojis. Give me 1 sec. Okay, sorry, I had to go pick my nose real quick. All right, so Bitcoin has been pretty boring, man. It's been pretty lackluster. But I made a video for you guys on Friday talking exactly about what I was looking for. I talked about how this low here was a significant low. Okay, we talked about how this was a significant low on price here. And what I had drawn out was this little path. I haven't actually changed this at all, this little path. And as you can see, our path is showing higher lows and higher highs all the way up towards $64,000, okay? My idea, which I did say on my YouTube video on Friday, my idea was that this was going to be a significant low because of the open interest that happened at this low. If you missed that video, go watch that video later after this stream, okay? And then I said that we're probably going to get a higher low, higher high coming out of 63.1K. Why? Why are we going to get a higher low, higher high coming out of here and not a full rotation, despite this position looking completely down and despite our SFP target being 62.1K? Why am I like countering what the SFP target is? And the answer is very simple, okay? Here's the deal, right? This blue trend, this blue structure is high, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, whatever, right? Here we have equal highs, okay? And here we have equal highs. Okay, so let's keep the highlighter on the equal highs. We have equal highs here, and we have equal highs here. Okay, so 64.4 and 60, let's say 64 for ease of numbers sake. Okay, 64.4 and 64, we have both equal highs. Okay, now here's the thing about structure that you don't know, or not that you don't necessarily don't know, but if you don't know, let me explain the thing about structure, right? Structure, they say the trend is your friend, blah, 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 whatever. Okay. But what I teach is, when does structure fail you? When does this, because sometimes this happens. When does this happen? Why does this happen? This happens, and shouts out to the Nexus because the Nexus knows. But this happens when it has reason to. When structure has reason to. And what is said reason for this to happen? Well, it's primarily going to be based upon liquidity, which we just illustrated here that we have two equal high zones. But it's also, which is always going to be a POI, by the way, is liquidity. But it's also going to be a supplier demand zone, which is another POI that the Nexus uses. So if you have, for example, an order block right here that was left behind, what price can do is temporarily flip back to bullish, only to go back to bearish again. Okay? This is the part that people don't necessarily understand. Shout out to the GOAT. But that's essentially what I'm looking for right now. So let's clean up the chart a little bit, and let's take that same illustration that I just showed you and talk about it right now. Well, what was the structure that we said? It was lower highs and lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, whatever. Okay. We had equal highs here and we have equal highs here. But not only that, we also have a supply zone just above 64K. So if I turn the TA back on, this zone here, and this zone at 64K is heavy, 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 heavy volume. Okay. Heavy volume here. So, do I expect the blue trend to continue just making lower highs and lower lows all the way to our SFP target? No, I don't right now. And the reason why is because this demand zone got hit. It's not the best demand zone, but our demand zone, when I drew it out, no different than this supply zone, how I have target TBD and I was looking for a higher low, higher high. This demand zone, I am looking for a lower high, lower low. Now, can it just do a higher high? Absolutely. Anything can happen. That's why we take the trades when we get in the zones and we follow the price action and we see what happens, right? But regardless, I'm looking for a lower high, lower low. And so understanding that we left these zones behind, we don't have to go to them, but we can go to them prior to hitting our final SFP target, which is technically $62.2 thousand. Okay? So I don't really care if this blue structure now flips back to bullish, because I know what could happen is you make a higher high and then make a lower low and get everybody messed up because there's a supply zone and heavy volume that has been left behind at this zone at 64K. And so my video on Friday, okay, this was Friday. I drew this out for you guys. This was right after it happened. We were like, my video was maybe around noon. So it was like right here. I said, guys, I'm long. This could be a significant low. The Nexus is long. We longed the exact low on Friday. I said that we're looking for higher low, higher high coming out of $63,000. And we're looking for something like this. Exactly. Look at the way that I have it drawn. Yeah, it didn't happen as fast. Obviously, the weekend did a lot of nothing. But this is essentially what I had. I told the Nexus today or yesterday or whenever it was. I said, there's nothing for me still on this trade. I'm not taking profit until 63K, sorry. Where we then look for a redistribution, a reaccumulation, or a higher low, higher high. And they had decided to go for the higher low, higher high, sweep out the weekend lows, accumulate on this low, and then now we're pushing out. Okay? So I'm fully targeting right now on this long that we took in the Nexus this a few minutes ago. I told everybody, look at this. I want you guys to see what you guys get here. Okay? In the Nexus. Now, this is not a signals group, but damn it, do I ever give signals. I swear. I told everybody right here. So first of all, earlier today, I said, right here, yesterday I said nothing to update, still waiting for TP, long is fully de-risked, TP at 63K, okay? And then today, NNTP, which is non-negotiable take profit, thank you kindly, okay? So we hit our target, we hit whatever, told everybody, and then earlier today, I said right here, I tried along here, kind of risky, but whatevs, and then obviously we caught the exact low, okay? That was literally the exact low. The timestamp of that was 6:46 p.m., okay? 6:46 p.m. my time. Let's go take a look at where price was at 6:46 p.m. Look at this. This right here is 6:46 p.m. We literally longed the exact low. Okay. So we're in it. We're cool. I've taken profit. Obviously, I've de-risked it. I do think that we're going to go higher. I will be looking for continuation trades up until I'm proven otherwise. I don't really see a reason why we would just stop where we are right now and then continue back down and take this low out. That makes absolutely no sense to me. So if it does do it, then GG to the market makers, because then they would have got me on that. But I don't think it's very probable for that to be the case. And so I do think the daily low is in. Again, I could be wrong, and I'm not a financial advisor, so don't just long and put your stop below the low with your entire net worth. And then if it doesn't work out, blame me. We're long from the lows. I'm not going to long from here. Okay. But I do think that perhaps the daily low is in. And I do think that perhaps we are now going to follow my prophecy from Friday, which is to make a higher low, higher high up towards 64K. What happens at 64K? Your guess is as good as mine. But let me ask you something. Why is it that I'm interested in 64K and I'm interested in these equal highs, but these equal highs up here I have drawn out as unlikely? Now, remember, unlikely does not mean impossible. But why am I interested in 64K and I'm not interested in these highs going? Like the majority of people, respectfully, in my opinion, are incorrect for targeting 64K. Why? Why am I okay with 64 or 63.9, but I don't need 64.4 to go? Why am I okay with these equal highs going, but these equal highs not going? There's one answer and one answer only. Hint, hint, it is actually on the screen. Okay? Nexus, probably you guys know, but let someone have this learning opportunity if they can maybe get it. Okay? Why am I okay with these highs going, but these highs don't have to go? Why? Why am I content with just this one? Let me know. I'm going to go fill up my tea again. Hit the like button for me. Drop some tree emojis for me. And let me know why I'm okay to leave these guys intact, but I prefer to take these guys out. Let me know. Be right back. getting sweeter when I get out of my body. All right, let's see what you guys said. Did anybody answer the question? Protected high? No. Not the reason why. There is a boss. No. Not the reason why. That is not the reason why I like I am content with these highs going, but these highs not going. The reason why is because we have an... Is it the VWAP? It's not because of the VWAP. It's because of the SMT with Ethereum. We have an SMT on ETH, and here we do not have an SMT with ETH. So I want these highs gone. These highs, for all I'm concerned, don't need to go because we have the SMT with Ethereum. So in a perfect world, my prophecy from Friday, what's up, Kenny? My prophecy from Friday, which is the low is here that we longed, that could be a significant low, comes true. We come up, we hit 63K, which we did. I told the Nexus it's time to take profit. We come down for a higher low, which we did. The Nexus and I are long from the exact tippy bottom, itty bitty bottom. Okay. 646 is exactly when we longed. Right here. And now we're up here. We are completely de-risked. In my opinion, right now, it makes no sense to come back for these lows. I do think the daily low could be in. I also could be wrong. And so I want to remind you all that all content presented is a complete joke. It should not be taken seriously. Geo is an incompetent 5 for 2 3/4 want to be singing non-financial advisor. Crypto is a scam. Making money online is impossible. Global warming is real and the earth is flat. Viewer discretion is advised. I want to remind you of all that. So don't just do, don't do anything I wouldn't do. But the perfect scenario now is from this low, we come up to 64K. And then we see what happens. I suspect if we do make it back up here, which by the way, we have heavy volume, I suspect we will spend some time in range here. And then it'll either accumulate or it'll distribute or it'll do both. And then whoever's the third one on whichever side is probably going to be the one that wins. And I think that 64 is the line in the sand for either direction. So if it rejects from, if we go up to 64 and then it rejects from 64, not only do I think we're going significantly lower, perhaps 61, but I also think this level could be a swing short down to like the 50s. Okay. Because at that point, I don't know why we would go down to 61 and then pop back up. That makes no sense to me. I would expect a lower high, lower low, which would mean that this is the high and you could probably get a little bit more pain, we'll call it, prior to a move to the upside. If we break 64K, then I do think that there's nothing that's going to stop you until probably 70K. Probably 70K. Because I don't think it's very likely that the 67K high is going to SFP, which for those that don't know what that means, it's when you get a liquidity grab and then come back within the range and then rotate to the other side. I don't think it's very likely that this is an SFP level at this moment in time. And so aside from 64K, where we've already acknowledged that we have heavy volume, there's really nothing else that's going to stop you. There are no other order blocks. There's just a bunch of liquidity. There's nothing that suggests that this will stop prior to the range high. And the range high, in my opinion, is unlikely to SFP, which means we're probably going to head towards our daily breaker block. But in my opinion, more so the actual order block, which begins at 70K-ish. So this, in other words, this could be, that we just took right now, could be a swing long to 70K. But it depends on what happens at 64K. And if we make it to 64K, depending on what happens there, could be a swing short down to significantly lower. So if I were you, and I was going to, I don't want to say take advice, but take influence from this guy on YouTube that's 5 foot 2 3/4, I would write 64K down. In my opinion, this is the most important level on all of crypto, because obviously crypto is going to follow Bitcoin. That's the plan. That's it. Does anybody have any questions? I'm trying to come back to YouTube literally every single day, 9:15 a.m. At least 30 minutes, man. 30 minutes every day. And after 30 minutes, if I stay, I stay. If I don't, I don't. But at least 30 minutes a day. It's time to get the channel back. We are Nexus Geo now. So let's show the people how we do. All right, there's a continuation long right here. If we see some kind of accumulation. I'm not going to long again. If I do, if we lose this box, I'm going to take profit and then I'll long again. But I'm not going to long again while I'm still in my position. I did not actually take profit on this. Unfortunately, I did not take profit on it. But let's see. Should we have taken profit? Oh, yeah, we should have taken profit on it. Fuck. All right, whatever. Oh, we have a huge SMT. Ooh, yeah, we definitely need to take profit. We definitely need to take profit. Okay, let me, for sure we need to take profit. We have big ass SMTs going on right now. Yeah, we definitely need to. Bro, BTC bottom is when? You know what, man? I can't tell you the answer to that question because I don't know. I'll tell you what the majority of people are going to say, which is in October where the cycle bottoms out and blah, blah, blah. And me personally, I don't believe in the 4-year cycle. So, you know, I can't tell you that. I don't know. I don't know when it's going to bottom out. But what I will tell you is that I think that this time is going to be different in terms of timing. So everybody thinks that the bottom's going to be in October, where, I mean, don't get me wrong, it definitely could be. But I think that maybe we'll have like a capitulation in November just to throw everybody off. Or like in January, for example, just to throw everybody off. Right? Anyways, that's at least what I'm hoping for because I'm so sick of everybody talking about this stupid 4-year cycle. But when is the bottom? I don't know. You know what I would recommend is you focus more on the trading in between than focusing on where the bottom is. Because at the end of the day, my friend, there are opportunities everywhere. And it doesn't really matter where the bottom is because you can just trade up and down all the time. Just watch Sam Price's stream. It's night and day. He has no conviction in any direction. At least I have some belief. Yeah, I mean, that guy just trades EMAs. I don't trade EMAs. I have a story. I can explain what every single candle is doing. I know where my demand zones are. I know where my SMTs are. I know where I'm looking. I know where my expectational order flow is. I know everything. It's night and day. Like you said, night and day. I have a plan. I'm a man with a plan. I have it all. And I can explain every single candle. I can explain every single move for the most part. For the most part. What makes you say that? I mean, how can you not believe in the 4-year cycle? That's nothing to believe in. It's fact. I mean, I believe that the 4-year cycle has been intact historically, but I believe that the 4-year cycle is broken. It's not that I don't believe in the 4-year cycle. It's that I believe that the 4-year cycle is broken. It's not ego, bro. It's I can explain everything. I do it every single time. You know what I mean? Literally not ego. I update the Nexus 30 times a day, and I explain literally everything. It's actually not ego. I'm just stating facts. Anyways, yeah, it's not that I don't believe. Let me rephrase. It's not that I don't believe in the 4-year cycle. It's that I believe the 4-year cycle is broken. And yes, absolutely, it's because the all-time high pre-halving, and it is the only thing that changed. And you're absolutely correct about that. However, that's the only argument I even need. I don't need any other argument. What other argument do I need? Something that has happened or something that hasn't happened ever has happened. Which means anything is possible now, right? Another thing that happened, which you may not know, is every single time price went to whatever it was at during the inauguration of the election year, it never returned to that price. So on the price of inauguration, let's just say Bitcoin was 43K. It never returned to 43K until this cycle. So this cycle, now, it took all-time high pre-halving, which it has never done before, and it broke the inauguration price, which it has never done before. Two things that has never happened has now happened. I also am in the belief that we are in the similar to the 1920s, which is the roaring 20s. And I believe that the 2030s are going to be the Great Depression, similar to 100 years ago. And so that belief that I have is not in line with the 4-year cycle. So I believed in it. I mean, there's nothing to believe in. Like you said, it's facts. You're correct. But I believe that the cycle is broken. And in my opinion, this is just my opinion. I think it's irresponsible to not at least what's the word? Entertain the idea of it not being broken. Like to say, oh, well, why would I believe that this time is different if every other time is different? In my opinion, that's just naive. But I mean, whatever. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I don't care. Like, I don't care where the bottom is. I don't care when the bottom is. I long and I short every single day. You know, I literally don't care. I'm not going to buy it anyways. All right. Let's see if we can get a trade here. Enough talking about that shit. I don't really care, to be honest. Respectfully, I don't care. Bottom, top, up, down. Bitcoin's $1 million. Bitcoin is $5. I literally do not care. I don't care. I don't care what it's at. I'm gonna trade it. I don't care. I don't trade the numbers. I trade the price action. I'm here for a Geo chill. I watch both of y'all. Okay. I'm chill, bro. I'm chill. I'm chilling. I'm watching my P&L evaporate right now. Sad days. I really hope the daily low's in. I really do hope the daily low's in. There could have been a short here. There could have been. Yeah, there probably was, but I got distracted. Listen, if I start streaming every single day, and by if I mean I'm going to, 9:15 a.m. so that I can be here for New York Open. But when I start streaming every day, I need to, like, when it's time to trade, it's time to trade. Because I always get distracted, man. I always get distracted. All the time. How do I handle my risk management? I trade 1 to 2% per trade. And I compound, or try my best to compound. Bro, USDT will make a new all-time high. I mean, it could, yeah. It could. Where's the all-time high? I don't even know what the all-time high is. Like all-time high? What is all-time high? This? Will it make a new... Is this the all-time high? 9.4? I don't know if that's the all-time high. I guess it is. And if that's the case, then yes, I do think it'll make a new all-time high. When will I visit India? I have no plan on it anytime soon. I'll tell you that. What's up, Raven? When there is no setup on BTC, do I trade other assets? What do I think about the alt? No, I don't. I trade for crypto. I trade BTC and ETH. And the only reason that I trade ETH is because I can see the SMTs between BTC and ETH, so it helps me trade BTC. Whenever I trade all these altcoins, it messes me up. Whenever I trade everything, I lose everything. If I do like BTC, ETH, and Solana, I'll lose all three. If I do just BTC and ETH, I'll win. I'm so bad at alt. It's not that I'm bad at alt. It's that so many different things look so differently, and it like messes up my overall judgment of things, you know? But in general, what I think about alts... So I had this like thought, you hate when I trade ETH. You can, listen, Raven, you can keep doing your, what is it, Ondo and shit. And like, that's not even in a rude way. Like, keep doing it because you're killing that. And your ADA and whatever. You do that because I suck at that. You handle that. I'll take care of BTC and ETH. Actually, you're good with BTC too, but I'll take care of ETH. ETH is good this cycle, bro. ETH is way better than BTC lately because it takes highs and lows. Anyways, to answer your question about what I think about alts. So I had this thought. Let me just give you a little, let me just make sure that I don't miss any trades. But I'll give you a little history, okay? I'm going to give you a little history. Back in 2024, I told everybody that BTC and the altcoins are due for a pullback, okay? Now, unfortunately, what had happened is BTC didn't get the pullback that I thought it was going to. Oh, is it lagging? Fuck. Shit. My internet provider... My internet provider is they're coming tomorrow to fix it. Guys, real quick, we have 73 people in here. We only have 18 likes. Do me a solid. I'm going to start going live every single day at 9:15 a.m. for New York Open, trading BTC, ETH, ES, and NQ. But I need to get these, I need to get the likes up. We got to get the engagement back. So hit the likes. Everyone, here's what we'll do. Every 100 likes, we'll give away Nexus. We'll do some Nexus giveaways for you guys. But we got to get the likes. We have to. Non-negotiable. Just the camera? Okay, that's fine. Y'all don't need to see see my sexy face anyways. Anyways, so I had this thought. I had this thought about altcoins. Tell me what you guys think about this, okay? This is an open dialogue thought. I'll give you the rundown real quick. The long story short, in 2024, I told everybody that alts are going to make new bear market lows. And that's exactly what they did. I also didn't think that Bitcoin was going to go to 100K, and I was way wrong about that. As a result, this past bull market was not a bull market, newsflash. It was a Bitcoin run. It wasn't a bull run. It was a Bitcoin run. Now I have this idea. Tell me what you guys think about it. Maybe it's ridiculous. Maybe it's not. It's just an idea. Being right doesn't make you rich. Being wrong doesn't make you broke. It's all about the execution. But I have this idea, and this is the very first time that I'm talking about this idea, even with the Nexus. But this is my thought. This is my thought. What if... I'm actually interested to hear what Kenny thinks about this too, Kenny, if you're still in here. What if this previous cycle was a Bitcoin run? What if they Uno reverse you? The narrative at the start of the bull run was everybody was going to buy altcoins because altcoins are going to give you generational wealth. People aren't going to buy Bitcoin because Bitcoin is less returns. What if this time everybody learned their lesson and buys Bitcoin? What if Bitcoin does a macro, and hear me out, there's nobody else that I know of anyway that has talked about this. What if the next cycle, like, I'll tell you this is a fat ass distribution. When we called the top, okay, we called the top. That was a Model 1 distribution, okay? When, like, if you zoom out, this in itself is also a fat ass distribution. A fat distribution. I'll tell you this, if Bitcoin ever comes back above 100K and you see like daily structure flip here, that is a huge ass distribution. Like a massive distribution. Yeah, this is our Nexus, Kenny. Yes, it is. So my idea, and I'm not saying it's going to happen. This is open dialogue. I want to, like, let's entertain the ideas, because in 2024, I told everybody altcoins were going to make new bear market lows, and everybody laughed at me. And they called me a perma bear, and I ended up being right. Now, I was wrong about Bitcoin, but what happens? What if we do make a macro lower high, lower low this next cycle? What if? What if the next cycle is actually the altcoin run? Nobody has money in altcoins anymore. Everybody capitulates. And then Bitcoin makes a macro lower high, lower low. What if? What if? Right? Like everybody's just like, oh, I'm going to DCA. I'm going to, Bitcoin's going to 200K, 300K. It's inevitable, blah, blah, blah. Well, what if it's not, though? What if Bitcoin is destined to just range the way that gold ranged for like 20 years or 30 years or however long, 50 years? What if this is just a huge range? And then like next cycle, Bitcoin makes a new lower low, but it's just a range. Maybe. I'm not saying it's going to happen. Okay. I'm just saying, like, what if this is a possibility? There's nothing that's impossible. And there's a lot of liquidity here, guys. I'm just saying. So, I don't know. This cycle, when is the bottom? I don't know. What do I think about altcoins? In the end, honestly, I think they're probably going to all go to zero. But, like, maybe this is going to be an altcoin run. This next bull run. This next 4-year cycle bull run, whatever. You never know. You never know. Remember, I think that the 2030s are going to be like the Great Depression 100 years ago, just 100 years later, which means there's no such thing as the 4-year cycle anymore. That's what I think. That's what I believe. What if Bitcoin makes a new macro lower low? Macro lower low. What if it does? It broke all-time high pre-halving, which it never did. And it hit the inauguration price, which it never did. What if that happens? What if the price goes below the hash rate price or whatever, which is like 50K or whatever? What if it goes below there? What if Michael Saylor gets liquidated and capitulates? There are so many variables to it. So, yeah, it's all speculative. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Do I think the big institutions will let that happen, G? Absolutely, I do. Absolutely, I do. Because who buys? Who buys at the lows, bro? Who buys at the lows? The institutions do, right? And who sells at the highs? The institution do. So, do you think that the market makers that bought here and bought at 43K and bought here, do you think that they didn't sell here? They definitely sold here. The institutions, they definitely sold. The only one that is stupid enough to not sell Bitcoin is Michael Saylor. He's the only one that's dumb enough to never sell your Bitcoin, right? I mean, I would hope. I would hope that people sell their Bitcoin. Because then you're never going to make any returns if you never sell it. So, you know, absolutely. Absolutely, I think that the institutions would let it happen. They're the ones that do that. They're the ones that make it happen, in my opinion. That you think they didn't sell up here? Come on, man. Come on, man. I've never bought spot and I never will. If I want to buy spot, why not invest the money in mutual funds or stocks? I agree with that. I agree with that. For me, I want to get real estate though. But I would never buy man, I don't. I've been 90% cash portfolio. I have no interest in buying Bitcoin. I have no interest in buying altcoins and shit. I have no interest in it. Is there a long here? Maybe. Maybe there is, yeah. Hey, sexy lady. I like your flow. Your body's banging out of control. We might have a long here. I don't really love the long right now. I don't really love the long right now, but we might have a long here. I would look for continuation long. I wouldn't look to short. It kind of depends on what happens here. It depends on what happens in this box, in my opinion. If you lose this box, it's probably cooked. So maybe if we come down like that and then we take the high again, I would long it. I would try it. Yeah. But we have to be careful because of this bearish SMT with ETH. We'll see. The amount of volume traded on the last Bitcoin bull run was quite low compared to the other cycles. Yeah. I know, man. When we got to 100K, the candles looked so ugly. You know, the candles were super ugly. So I don't know, man. Honestly, like, I don't know. I'm a contrarian. It's hard for me to just like buy because everybody thinks it's gonna go higher and that Bitcoin is the future. Like, I don't think Bitcoin is the future. Hard for me to just like buy into that. But to each their own, you know. I'm not knocking it. I just, how can you like eventually trend? Like it can't just do exactly what it's done forever, right? Do I like SpaceX? Do you mean do I like to trade it or do I like the company? I like Elon, if that's your question, which it's not. But man, we need Ethereum to come up and take this high. As soon as if ETH touches this high, I think we're in such business because then we invalidate this SMT. But as long as this SMT is staring at me in the face, that is bad news for the long that I'm in right now, and I still haven't taken profit. I need to, but I don't want to like. I want it to just go, man. We are super due for a move, by the way. If anybody was wondering, we've had very low volatility, and we are very, very much so due for a move. A big move, I mean. When I say a move, I mean a big move. Look at our Bollinger Bands here. Kind of like... what's the word? Contracting. We are very due for a big move. Very, very due for a big move. I think it'll happen this week. I think this week will be volatile. Last week was not volatile at all. I think this week will absolutely be volatile. 100% I think it will be. I think like as soon as New York opens tomorrow, the show is gonna do shit. Who is lol, man? What do you mean, who is lol, man? Did we let it get accepted back in the volume? Did we get accepted in the volume? You know what, man? I'm kind of hoping for, I'm hoping that this is the low. So here's my opinion, okay? If this is the low, when I say the low, I don't mean the low forever, okay? I mean, like, if this is a significant low, here. Remember, I made a video on Friday talking about how this low looked a lot like this low and that it could be a significant low. I made that video on Friday. Go watch it after this stream. Okay? My favorite scenario is we go up to 64K and then we reaccumulate at 64K, not redistribute. We reaccumulate and then we head up to 67. We take out that high and then we go to 70K. The reason I like 70K, okay? The reason I like 70K as my preferred scenario is, I'll show you why. This is my preferred scenario now, okay? Leave all this liquidity to come for later. And then we get a PO3. That's my favorite scenario, is this. Something like this, or some variation of it. Are we going to get that? I have no idea. That's my favorite scenario, though. 100%, this is my favorite scenario. And I think that it will be the easiest to trade. Because once we get above, remember, to anybody that's just tuning in right now that hasn't hit the like button yet, 64K, in my opinion, is the level. If you break 64, in my opinion, we're going to probably 70. Okay, if you break 64. If we reject from 64, we're probably headed for like sub 57, in my opinion. You're probably going to take out this low. And in my opinion, to the upside, I have nothing left until 70K. So trading longs is going to be so easy because I know that this is a good low and we're probably not going to come back for it, whatever. If we do fall down, then at 61, we have to like, oh man, like 61 was a good level before, but now we did all this shit. Now it's like, is this lower high, lower low, or is this higher high, or is it just redistribution? Like, it's harder to trade. 61K right now is way harder to trade than if we break 64. 64 should be not difficult to trade, but like difficult to identify which way it's going to go, in my opinion. So we have to watch for distributions and we have to watch for reaccumulations, right? But once we break 64, if we break 64, then it's very easy. It's just higher lows and higher highs all the way up to 70K. It's very easy to trade. I don't need to look at any of this once 64 breaks. Once 64 goes, it's just this. So I like 64 and I like breaking it because I like, that's what's easier to trade, and I like what's easy to trade. Bro, who is White Phoenix? Is this you only? I don't know what is this you only means, but White Phoenix is the individual that shared his way of trading with the world. You know, myself adopted his way of trading. I added in my own stuff as well, but I heavily took influence from his way of trading, and I got really fucking good at it. So if you want to know who White Phoenix is, my answer is he's not a phoenix. He is the GOAT. He is the greatest trader that any of us have ever been privileged enough to be exposed to, myself included. Okay? I think I'm in the top 2.52% of global traders. Well, guess what? He's in the top 2.51% of global traders. Where am I from? I am from Toronto. Am I Greek or Italian? I am neither. Neither. You searched him and you got to my YouTube? He's been on my channel many times, actually. Many, many times. He's in the Nexus. Well, he's a little bit busy. He hasn't been active, but he's here. Look. Let's take a little walk in the park over to the Nexus. This is his channel. He hasn't posted in like since April, though. But he's coming back. He's the GOAT, though. We're good. We're good friends. We're homies. We're going to hang out in person. He's Canadian also. We're going to hang out in person one of these days. And we'll do a live stream for you guys in real life. A collab stream. Yeah, execution is everything, bro. Execution is all. Raven, do you like the new name? Nexus Geo. Listen, we're rebranding to Nexus Geo from Trader Geo. Okay, we're still Trader Geo. We're still gonna come on. But here's the thing, Nexus Geo, we're gonna be here every day. At least 30 minutes a day. At least 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day, all right? At least. 9:15 a.m. We're gonna try. I need to be consistent. I gotta run this shit again. Let's go. Let's rock. Let's rock. You always thought WP was JC? No, bro. JC is JC. WP is WP. Look at that long, by the way. Okay, man. Enough talking. We missed the fucking long, brother. Oh, my days. Long way to go. Wish me nothing but the best, man. Shouts out to Raven. Raven's the go-to. Raven's the bird. Raven's a bird. Raven, are you long right now, bro? Are we going to see other Nexus traders on YouTube? You absolutely are going to see other Nexus traders on YouTube. 100%. Here, you want one now? Go. Nexus Alex, go for it. Bro, tell Raven to get on YouTube. Raven, get on fucking YouTube, bro. There's good money in YouTube, man. I already paved the way for you guys. The Nexus will get behind you. We'll run a whole network. Let's go. Go subscribe to Alex. Go subscribe to Raven. This year, bro, listen. It's takeover time. It's done. It's over. It's over. And we're going to do futures and shit, too. Our long is cooking again. We like it. Good. Good. Man, go Nexus Raven. Let's get it. Come. Let's build the whole YouTube. Let's make sure there's a Nexus trader always on YouTube at all times. All right, listen. We have an SMT right now. We need this SMT to get invalidated. If not, there could be a short here. Although, I don't really like it. I feel like it's not... The answer is not shorts right now, but... You never know. You never know. I've been everywhere, man, looking for you, babe. Let's check USDT. What's USDT doing? Man, honestly, beautiful SFP, beautiful rejection. I really like the way this looks. This is a beautiful distribution. I would be shocked if we come back for this, honestly. Prior to 64K, if we come back for that, I would be super surprised. I would be super surprised. What was the price of when Bitcoin was at 64K? What was the date? These equal highs. This high here was what? August 13th at 1 a.m. So that was these for sure. August 13th at 1 a.m. Yeah. So in my opinion, we're probably headed for 8.4. Let's say 8.408. This right here is probably where we're headed. I think that's where we're headed right now. Actually, no, we could stop here. Although I don't think we will. But we could stop here. Let me see. What was the date of this? August 13th at 10 a.m. Did we not just do that? August 13th at 10 a.m. Wait, what? Okay, August 13th at 1 a.m. August 13th at 10 a.m. August 13th. August 13th at 1 a.m. August 13th at 10 a.m. So 1 a.m. and 10 a.m. 1 a.m. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So we're probably headed. What the fuck is... Hold on. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it this way. Because I am confusion at the moment. Hold on. These are the lows. Okay, these are the highs. So what is this block? Do we have a zone above these highs? Yeah, I guess we do. Yeah, I think we're headed for 8.407. That's what I think. I don't know this song, but I like it. You're long on AIDS? Yeah, Raven's been doing really well with his swing trading. Raven, what are we targeting on this long, bro? I'm targeting 64, but what do you feel the motion? Oh, wow, we have a big ass div here. I don't even see that. Big one? You want to DM me and tell me how big it is? 65K. Oh, well, this is no longer... Actually, I kind of still think it is unlikely. We'll see. All depends on what happens at 64K. How much are you in? I want to know. I want to be nosy. 64.6K. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's the pop. There you go. If ETH touches this high, man, oh my gosh, it's so done. So cooked. Bears are so cooked. And remember, guys, remember, I think... Yeah, I know, dude. It sounded so gay when I said that. Listen, I think that we're due for a big move, and I think it's going to happen this week, and I said that earlier. You know? We're long and we're strong right now. Look, there actually was a long there. How could we have gotten in? Let's see. Would we have gotten in this trade? I'm already long. I said I wasn't looking along, but I'm already long. Yeah, there was a long right here. Look at the SMT. Boom. Boom. Got a long right there. I'm so down for a pump right now. We're up I'm up four grand right now. I'll take it. I'll take it. Take it. Take it. I would never in a million years would I short this. Never in a million years. That's not true. I would short. Now I would short. Now I would short. But Bitcoin can't take this high. Bitcoin cannot take this high. If it takes the high, then there's no short. If I saw something, then I would take a reaction trade, just a scalp. I wouldn't short it to zero by any means. No, I'm holding my long. But I would look for a scalp down like $100 or so. But I would entertain a short. I'm not shorting, but I would entertain one. A scalp short. That does not mean, you know, oh, Geo said short and then now we're up at fucking 64K. No, I think we're going to 64. I said that. 101 people in here, guys. 43 likes. Every 100 likes. We're going live every single day, 9:15 a.m. So I will be actually minus tomorrow because tomorrow the guys come in to fix my internet. So minus tomorrow, but we're going live every day, 9:15 a.m. Every 100 likes, we're giving away Nexus internships. Raven says if anybody wants to learn the execution, join the Nexus. Could not recommend the Nexus enough. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. By the way, I think you asked me earlier if I answered your question. I did answer the question earlier in the stream. All right, we've already been live for 1 whole hour. Damn. 1 whole hour. 1 whole hour. All right, listen. I'm going to go to bed, but we're going to give away Nexus. Bro, listen, I gave away 6 internships. 6. This weekend alone. So, listen, I'll hand them out like candy. I don't care. That's the whole point, bro. That's the whole point. I will 100% hand them out. So make sure that you hang around. How can we win? Just engage, man. You know, I made a tweet. Look, I'll show you. don't really have any rules. I kind of just do it. I made a thing here. First of all, follow me on X because I post some shit here all the time. I keep you guys updated and whatever. But I made a thing and I just said, I'm going to give out some Nexus internships. Who wants it most and why? And you know what? I read every single comment, every single one. And the people that I chose, I clicked on their name. I went to see here. I wrote my name to see, are they reacting with me? Who interacts with me? Who supports me? Who's a good person? I come and I hang out here. If I see this and it says, oh, you know, like, fuck this, everybody, you know, genocide, whatever, and I don't like the vibe, then I'm not going to give it to you. You know, listen, I'm very engaging. I'm very engaging with my people. I come and I check. I take the time. So be a good person. Engage with me. Ask questions. I'm here for you. So use me. And we'll see, man. You know, we'll do some giveaways. We'll do them on YouTube. We'll do them on Twitter. We'll do them wherever. Wherever I feel like it. And I'll give them away like candy. I don't mind. I don't care. But we got to get the engagement and shit. Because we used to, man, back in the day, we used to pop. So go follow me on X. Because I post charts and stuff a lot faster than I can come to the YouTube. Is an internship just including a free month of the Nexus? It is 1 week free of the Nexus with half of the course available for you. Bro, listen, I'll unblock you, but like be cool. Okay, listen, water under the bridge. Right? We got the new rebrand now. We're Nexus Geo now. So let's start anew. Truce. Just be cool. That's it. Just be cool. Bro, if you want to join the Nexus, come, man. Come. Hang out. Listen, like I said, every single day we're going to go live minus tomorrow because tomorrow the guy comes to fix the internet. So, if you don't have the $100, no problem. Come hang around. Talk to me enough. You'll probably get an internship. You'll see how we rock. You'll see how we do. Man, look, I update these guys 24/7, bro. Look how many times. Listen, when it's not the weekend, I update like 30 times a day. Updates. Like, look, let's go August 12th, this day. Let's count how many updates we get. Okay, this is from August 12th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Like, they're with me the entire way. They're with me literally the entire way, basically. I'm not going to count it. You can see it. Okay? We have myself. We have Kenny posting the higher time frame stuff. Kenny's way more of a swing trader and way more of, like, good contextually with timing. I don't know how. Raven's in here doing his swing trading and just, like, fucking mad aura. Alex is more of a scalper, just like myself. He's putting in the work. He's the one that I linked the channel to earlier. And then, obviously, White Phoenix is the GOAT, who will make his return. That'd be cool, Gio. I like that. But taking a break off X, I feel better. I don't even know where I blocked you, bro. So let me know and I'll unblock you. If you trade with Gio for 1 week, you can make the Nexus money. No joke. Yeah. Gio wakes up at 4 a.m. to give you guys updates on USDT. I do what I can, man. I do what I can. Anyways, listen, my friends. That's it for me. Look, I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow if the internet gets fixed. I don't know when the guy's coming, but my internet was so shit. And I got to stream the Nexus in the morning. But 9:15 a.m. EST every single day is what I want to start doing. Starting after tomorrow, because they're going to fix the internet tomorrow in the morning. If you want to join the Nexus, enter thenexus.com. Make sure you hit the notification bell when you subscribe if I provide you value. So you can see us. And by the way, in the morning, we're going to actually stream and trade. I'm going to focus on trading. I'm going to get good at trading when I'm on stream because I always get distracted. Okay, we'll take BTC, we'll take ETH, we'll take ES, and we'll take NQ. I think Bitcoin's going to 64K. I think it's higher lows, higher highs, all the way to at least 64K from here. Not financial advice. Okay? Be good. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Stay wealthy. my friends. I already just said be good. I gotta go to sleep, man. One love. One love. Hit the outro.
Set my heart on fire.